What's up, everyone? It's your trainer Dell. In this video for you, I have an addiction, or at least I love card games. And with card games comes deck boxes, like card storage type stuff to take around with you. And, I just wanted to take a second to just talk about some and ask you guys, what's your favorite deck box to use? Because I've used so much in my time. So yeah, just wanted to talk about a bit. Let me clear all this stuff off. And I kind of want to start off with like the most basic deck box really that, you can use. And every card game player knows it's basically these Ultra Pros, these just normal plastic deck boxes that kind of use friction right here. Shout out to the people that remember like this more square type where you would have the Velcro. And then like these ones, which are, they have like nice designs and feel a little thicker, but like that lip stuff isn't really the greatest. I've had this like for years. You can see the wear, like, and it's really held up. These are newer and cleaner, obviously. But yeah, these deck boxes, there's so many other companies that basically do the same thing. It's like Dragon Shield has one that again, this feels pretty thick. There's the 100 count one for like commander decks. To me, this is, yeah, like the most basic. There's also a side one. And that's all I can say about it. Like, they're usually really affordable and cheap and do what needs to be done. Like, they can even fit like double sleeve cards with outer sleeves. So I think these are like the most basic. You go out there, go to your locals and get this when you start off, especially as a new player. I don't think you can go wrong with these at all, even if you just start commander. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would honestly give these type of deck boxes like a 4 out of 5 just because of how affordable they usually are and their purpose. You could also use like the paper ones or cardboard ones they give you in promotional stuff, but like you can just see it, they can break that down so easily. And this one I don't have anything in it, but it's just really cheap cardboard. Like, not the cheapest, it's okay and it'll do the job. I do not carry these when I go out places. I feel like they can just get too damaged. But I do carry my commander decks for Doctor Who all sleeved up in those boxes. So I wouldn't recommend those. This old like Ultra Pool dual deck box, I had 2 of them and both just came right off. I liked how the design was when these came out, but I just wouldn't recommend this. Although these were really cool, the monster protection like double deck boxes. One problem, as everyone can already feel and know, is that the magnet part just comes right off. So yeah, these ones, I wouldn't recommend these either to people. This one right here, it's funny because like it's really cool and again has nice art, but this is a 50 card deck and it barely fits. And if you look, I don't know if you're gonna see it, there's like parts that come out like right there, and so sometimes the cards get caught on it. See that? Like it's not going down, so you kind of have to like straighten out. This is 50 cards. I did try to fit a Pokemon deck in here, and although it does fit, it is scary just like bending your cards or like stabbing them into there. So again, wouldn't recommend this for like long-term going out use. And it has the flat, which is funny because like when it comes to like the Velcro or the flap ones, it's like hit or miss type of thing. So like I've had this for years and it's stuck pretty well. You can see how like grimy it looks. So this held, like sometimes they just hold. Would I recommend them? I don't think so. I think these were more like a stylistic choice. dual masters. Like this Velcro is so old, it doesn't even stick, really. But it has some dual master cards. But what I mean by stylistic choice is if you like the style and you're okay with the Velcro, then yeah, like if it matches obviously like your sleeves and stuff, and you're going more for style, then sure. Like even this little date set that they came out with. Although this one feels cheaper than this one or even this one you get. Then there's like the build ones where you can like, they're like pry supports and stuff. And again, I wouldn't recommend these, more so you're like, I have these just because they look nice and because it matches, you know, the theme and everything I want. So let me get these out of the way. And yeah, same thing goes with this old Yu-Gi-Oh deck box. Like look at that, like you can get like so much dust in there, but this is just all stored at my house, so it doesn't really trip. These ones, you probably see these ones that just hold cards. Like at first I was just like, oh, they're just gonna hold standard side cards because, and without sleeves, just to hold extras when I'm doing deck building. But what I've kind of figured out is if I'm not running an extra deck, I can easily just fit some Yu-Gi-Oh decks in there. Some nice 40 card Yu-Gi-Oh decks sleeved up. So I do kind of like this if you were just gonna build for fun and build multiple decks. And obviously you can kind of just see what decks you're playing. But when it comes to standard and higher, like nah, you can't put sleeves in these at all. Let's see here. If you want to go for more premium stuff, you could always just get like your own deck that obviously has the belt buckle and then the magnets. I have worn something like this to like Disneyland or stop, walk around just for fun. Just feel like, oh, if I gotta pull out my deck, here it comes. Like, you know, just some dumb thoughts. Boulders. Okay, so let's get into one of my obviously super favorite deck boxes. And that's the Boulder, and to an extent like the new Gamegenic Bastion. But I just really like the form factor of these. Now I will admit, yes, they do, I don't know if you can hear that, but they do kind of get sticky over time. But if that's a problem, like to me, it's like whatever. It's like they're not too bad. Some people might just be highly sensitive to them. And in that case, just, you know, you can get the translucent ones. I've never had a problem with these becoming too bad. And even like the, what is it? The Prism has this like stickiness, or like, I don't know how to explain it. But again, it's not too bad. These are amongst like, to me, like 5 out of 5. Like they're like so perfect when you know what you're gonna use them for. Like if, like here is a domain format Noble Knights, and it fits everything perfectly. This is, I believe, the 80. Because then, yeah, and this holds the 60 card deck, 15 card extra deck. The 50, or I'm not, the 40, but it holds like 50 White Shorts, 50 card decks super easily when they're single sleeve. And then this one's a 60, right? Yeah, this one's 60, this one's the 80. And this just fits like my normal deck, extra deck, and side deck. A lot of you may know these. And these can obviously hold some like commander decks and stuff. This is the flip, what is this? Flip and tray or something like that. And I like this a bit more than this. Although this one is like double the price, yeah, flip and tray. Just because these don't get as loud. And this was like my first ever one. I've had it to this day. This Satin Tower. What I just didn't like about it was you would hear that a lot in my bag. I would hear that so much. So I kind of got a little annoyed, to be honest. So when I switch to the flip and tray, it doesn't make as much noise. And then this one actually surprised me because I saw so many like people not really into it, but I kind of like, you know, that there's magnets here that you can pinch, and there's a whole single sleeve commander deck right there with actually a bunch of tokens. Like, I'll just show you that. So it's all tokens, and it fit in here so nicely and perfectly without too much restriction. So I liked it a lot, and I was like actually surprised that it wasn't popping out. I was so used to like Ultra Pro stuff, honestly, like popping out and everything. And then like in kind of the same vein as this, there's like the normal Ultimate Guard Sidewinder. And this one is like my first ever one. So you can kind of see the wear and tear, but it's not bad at all. It like, even though this looks bad, it does what it needs to do perfectly. And this was a 2020 exclusive. Wow, remember that, y'all? Remember how that felt just like yesterday? And I'd be remiss to talk about how like the reason I like the smaller deck boxes and stuff is it just can fit in places, you know? So you can do something like this, and I'm catching on the end, but like store it in like an ETB and everything and bring your cards around that way. And that's another reason why I'm not too like, back in the day having the Velcro was like bad, you know, because it would jump around your backpack or whatever. But now we got things like this giant deck box right here. The Archive 400 plus, like you can see, we can keep these in a better condition. Let's put this, and then I think we can fit this in. And yeah, I think that's really cool. I think on the go, when you're going to locals or tournaments or whatever, like keeping them in good condition helps with the longevity, helps how it looks nice. And sometimes when you have too much of a bigger deck box, like for instance, like this Final Fantasy one, it just won't fit. It's a little too wide, or obviously like the Prism. I mean, the Prism kind of fits, but I know this one doesn't. I mean, you could get it to, but it's gonna get like bulky. Well, these ones, you know, they just work, especially with anything that's like Ultimate Guard, like just straight up the boulders. I think the new Game Genic also fits pretty well. But yeah, see that? A lot of cool spaces. So however you like to accessorize or go out, you know, it helps. And lastly is the Game Genic, what is this called? Academic, which is really awesome. Just has so much utility. You can do so much on how you want to customize this. There's not much words to say other than like, I can't wait for this to become like mass sold, so it's like everywhere. But yeah, just me talking about deck boxes. Let me know what you guys think. And again, I pose a question like, what's your favorite overall deck box? Because I know there are just so many. And like, do you also spend money like just willy-nilly on nice accessories, or do you more budget, like you're a little more what can I say, selective in what you like to get? Because yeah, obviously you can tell for me it's all over the place. And yeah, that's just some of my trainer Dell thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace.